In 3, 2, 1.
Get down. I listen to the music.
We are here to give you the weekly scoop.
Down.
Life and Deatherage.
Life and death.
Life and Deatherage.
Hey guys, it's Blake here,
And it's Wade.
and we're back with Life and Deatherage.
Hope everybody's having a great new year.
Yeah, that's right. Start the new year off right with a good story for you guys. So if nobody's aware, in Canada, they have now decriminalized drugs. What? Yeah, it's true. Drugs are decriminalized. You can carry up to 2.5 grams
Got them grams.
of heroin, meth, and crack, and whatever else have
Alright.
you. So with that,
Sad.
yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, what's your take on that, Johnny?
There's a man there, and he wants to open a store, and he's come up with a pretty unique name.
Yeah, almost like they do with these new movie names.
Yeah. It's called The Drugs Store.
Right, dude. They came out with this new movie, and I think Gerard, if I'm not mistaken, Gerard Butler was in it or something. And it's, he's in a plane and shit, and it ain't showed up yet. The name of it, and it's like plane.
Yeah, that's so stupid. It's like Man on a Ledge.
Yeah, man,
or Snakes on a Plane.
Dude, I swear, you saying that Man on a Ledge movie, all the way back when that first that movie came out, I swear that's like the downhill of movie titles. It was that was
dude,
one of the...
that came out, Man on a Ledge, at the same time, Man on a Wire came out also, which was a documentary about the guy that walked on a wire and shit. But yeah.
Buck wild.
Fucking
though.
funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch neither one of them because I'm like, dude, this movie's got such a stupid fucking name.
Right. No, that Man on a Ledge one, though, was pretty dope.
I think I ended up watching it later.
Yeah.
And
It
I was
almost
impressed.
like, if I'm not mistaken, it was almost like it had a phone booth vibe.
No, exactly.
Yes.
And it's
you remember
also-
how good Phone Booth was?
Yeah, man.
Oh
We used to watch
my
that all the time. Colin
That
Farrell.
Colin Farrell movie? Yes, it was so good, dude.
Pure Savage.
I need to rewatch that. It was so good.
I just watched it recently. It was on Hulu.
And it
Yeah.
still's that good,
Fire.
wasn't it? I
Pure
know.
fire,
Yeah.
man.
But anyways, back to the drugs.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, this dude, man. So, I'm like...
My take on that, though, is like, cool idea, bro. You know what you're getting because they're not mixing stuff. And, that Finney's killing everybody, and that shit ain't cool. So now you'll have, like, a more regulated system. And just FYI, like, I'm not 100%
And that's his goal.
behind it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% behind it, so let's just throw that out there, folks. But, when Amsterdam did some shit like this, if I'm not mistaken, or... Am I saying the name wrong?
Did you say Hamsterdam?
I don't know, man. I'm tired today, folks. But, that damn place over there where them fucking hookers are in the windows.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
whenever
Red
they
light district.
Yeah, whenever they did that stuff, man, if I'm not mistaken, like, crime rate went down, murder rate went down,
Yeah.
drug overdose rate went down. Because they were like, and their theory to it is once you took the danger and the funness out of being a criminal with the drugs, like it wasn't a big deal.
It.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal no more for people to have it.
Regulators!
Yeah, man. So, but then again, everybody who has a problem and a bunch of stuff like that, and then, people will still
Continually
overdose.
go there, yeah.
Yeah, and like, that'll be their whole life.
Yeah.
Is to go to that
I don't know
store.
if they have a deal with a certain amount, but in Canada you can't exceed 2.5 grams of anything.
Right.
But
Which really is, a lot of anything unless it's weed. In my opinion, 2.5 of anything. Like, let's be bro. If I had 2.5 crack, 2.5 methamphetamines, 2.5 heroin. Bro, I got a little bit of...
I don't know if you can have all of
That's
them.
what
That's
I'm
a good
saying.
question.
That's a lot, though, bro. You know what I mean? Even just 2.5 of one, like, thing that I just said, that seems like a lot to me. You know?
Yeah.
Well, for one person... or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
it seems like a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The funny thing I thought about this was this guy. I'm reading this article and I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, that's good, dude. And then he starts talking about his addiction.
Right.
He was homeless for 15 years and stuff, and I'm like kind of on the edge about it, And then I get to the part where he says he needs to crowdfund the store, and then I'm completely off the edge. I done jumped. I'm like, dude, so he didn't have the money to start it. He was an addict for 15 years, and you just want people to give you a bunch of money so you can open the drugstore. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if I can trust the guy.
Yeah, because it sounds like you do all your own products there. Just all in all, I don't think it's a good idea, I guess, but the time's gonna come. One day.
I think one day it'll all be legal.
You'll be able to go and instead of the 5-hour drink, you'll be able to get a little bump of Coke. Instead of the coffee, you'll get this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
people are gonna really have to learn self-control and
facts,
discipline.
So it's that, yeah.
I think you learn discipline at a young age, though. I think it's harder. It can be done, but it's harder to discipline yourself later in life.
Right, like especially if you've never experienced any of them things, and then you try to just get buck wowed when you was like 40
or something. Like Christians or something.
Yeah, or just somebody who's just never gotten down to get down at all, and then they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this today, and then it consumes them.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, they're only doing it for 3 years, so
right. So they're giving it a little test.
They want to see how it pans out, and we follow Canada, and we follow suit to each other.
Right.
I feel like, so.
And I mean, like I said, I respect it, and if it goes kosher, then I'm all about it. So
yeah, because they declared like a state national emergency.
Whatever gets people in my mind, whatever gets us to be one, and I mean, like, definitely fuck our government, but I mean, like, all of us, like, the backbone of America or whatever, you know, like, so just whatever brings peace and happiness and makes us one, like, I'm totally about that. And I mean, obviously, like, help the world, because we gotta live here.
Yeah. Fun fact I learned the other day. If you didn't know that 90% of China does not consume dairy. And that same 90% is also lactose intolerant.
Gosh, I mean, that really does blow my mind. You would automatically think that they have brittle bones.
yeah, they do not. They did not build strong bones.
I don't know how solid that milk drinking shit is, but I'm just saying, bro, they probably have to take some calcium pills or fucking something, man.
Yeah, they fall.
I mean,
they fall on their knee and fucking cracks.
Chain just trips. Chain, you just stumped your toe. That's it.
He can't walk for a week. What? I had no milk.
Oh man, ate up, dude.
I thought that fact was pretty.
So what's blowing my mind is so do they just got no cows or like
right?
Or
what's
like
going on there?
I mean, there's almond milk, there's goat milk. I mean, there's goat cheese. I mean, like, are they like just no milk for you?
Because I was like,
or
I brought
is it like a thing? Like, hey man, we don't think it's good for you, so we're not gonna have it.
Right.
Or like,
I wondered that.
You know what I'm trying to say here? So there might be, there's probably something behind it, man. Because I guarantee. I'm sorry to keep you. I guarantee if China wanted the milk. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get the damn milk, bro.
It could be like only for the rich, kind of like pineapples were back in the day.
Right.
Because if you wanted milk as a rich Chinaman, I bet you would get it.
Right.
But, yeah, they're definitely missing out on a whole industry.
Well,
that's
dude,
for sure.
What do they?
Do
they not have cereal?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know they eat a lot of rice, bro. I like milk in my rice with a little sugar.
And they are known, I don't know how true it is, but they're known to eat dogs. So I was like,
right.
Maybe that's like, I'm thinking they're really overpopulated.
Yeah.
And there's not enough resources.
Right.
And definitely cows.
Well, because
probably.
I guess the biggest thing about eating, I was randomly talking about that the other day, eating a dog is just because there's not very much meat on it.
You would think.
And it's also that, they think it's inhumane because there's our pets or whatever. But, like, I was like, well, what about eating a coyote would be the same as eating a dog damn near,
Yeah. No,
So,
for sure.
But I don't think people eat coyotes. So,
nah, but they do eat them wild pigs up in
Yeah.
Texas.
facts.
Yeah. But in other
News.
thankful news, thank the Jesus. Damar-Hamlin has returned home.
Oh, yeah, that is a blessing. Yeah, that's super great.
Yeah, because I guess they were saying, not to circulate the video at first. Like a quarterback or somebody was saying that.
Of him getting hit?
Yeah, and at first, dude, I didn't go look at the video. But
Dude,
and that's just human nature. As soon as I seen that title, the guy saying, please don't circulate the video, I went and looked the video up. I'm like, fuck, dude.
No, I feel you. I do the same
Human
shit
nature,
like that,
yeah.
too. I understand. Like, if you tell me not to do something, 8 out of 10, I'm going to be like, fuck you for telling me not to do it. I'm going to go do that.
Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
but, bro, since you did see the video,
Yeah.
now tell me, when he got clipped and they did that and they kind of spun and hit the ground,
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not trying to say anything too much, but the hitting the ground part is what looked like it did it to me, not the actual contact.
Right.
But I didn't watch it like 15 times in a row.
No.
But I'm trying to say the actual hit itself or the contact of the players didn't look very extreme. Like, he might have had something going on with him before, or something.
I was reading about it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the doctors were saying it's something like, I should have wrote it down, but it's like commodio.
Right.
Something.
Some fancy
And,
doctor words.
It's basically where there is, I guess, an exact spot, right, where you can get hit, and it can kill you.
Oh,
like
I think, yeah, and
Chinese
I heard
martial
something about
arts
this.
shit almost.
Joe Rogan was talking about it too. He said, as your heart, if you get hit so hard as your heart beats,
Yeah.
or something like that,
It'll
it'll
stop
automatically stop it.
It
man.
just stops it.
Yeah, and that's just it's crazy. The human
Insane.
body's wild.
He gets up and just.
I know the way he stood up, dude, and he stood
He
up
looked
and
ready.
was like, yeah, he was shaking it off. It was like, look, pumped up, and then he just said, boom, straight backwards. It was scary.
I'm just really so happy he made it through.
No, I
like,
really
I'm
am.
legitly fucking happy.
No, and I don't even watch NFL like that, and
No,
I
right.
really am too.
Um,
And I gotta say,
He was only 23,
right?
and their contract, I was reading, they signed it. He's a rookie. His contract's like $3.46 million, but there's like a stipulation: if you get hurt, they don't have to pay you as much. It's like, I don't know how much less, but I'm thinking it could possibly be substantial.
Oh god.
And but then they said, no, we're gonna pay him the full amount for week 18. But I don't know what that means. By week 18, is that just
Right.
that 1 week you're gonna give him his full salary, or
Right.
we don't
And
do it
then
for the
the
whole
other
season?
weeks when he's hurt, you're not going to.
Yeah.
Well, the way I was taking it anyways, and the way a lot of people talk, from different podcasts that I hear, that the NFL, this one guy was just saying he believes that the NFL is one of the strongest corrupted groups ever, like almost like some Illuminati type stuff. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Like
But,
rigged.
yeah.
People do believe it's all rigged.
Right.
Yep.
But I really have to give a shout out and kudos to all the players and the coaches for not continuing to play the game like the NFL wanted them to.
Yeah.
Did you catch that part?
Oh yeah, I hear that they took an hour for one to cancel the game. Took a whole hour after.
Yeah, the NFL wanted them to keep going, and everybody.
I hear that, and the coaches and the players refused.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that is true, kudos to them, because
Yeah.
it's like, dude, one of us just died.
Bro, I wouldn't play.
Yeah, like it's
It's
time to
sick.
chill out for a second.
Yeah. How could you get your game on? How
I
could you get your head
know.
back into it?
Right. I think everybody would be almost worried about hitting each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But I mean that's happy news. But another kind of happy news.
Happy news. Happy news. Happy.
Anybody that's seen, I guess, Yellowstone, it's a big deal right now. Have you
Sure.
seen it?
Dude, I've watched a wee little bit.
Did you?
Just a little bit. Not enough to, like, tell you nothing.
Did it seem alright?
Dude, yes. It's totally cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, I binged watched,
I'm not surprised, though.
I think 8 episodes of it or something crazy all in one weekend with one of my buddies.
Right.
So, like, it was pretty good.
Oh, well, you watched quite a bit. Then.
Well, it might not have been a whole 8, but I mean, I either watched I watched more than 2. You know what I mean? So I watched like up to 4 or something, 4 to 6, 8, somewhere in there, but, and then all those other ones, like the 1803 and all those.
Yeah, 1883.
Yeah, those are all pretty good too, bro. Oh, and I think I mentioned it on one of the last podcasts, but that, if we're speaking of Western stuff, that freaking The English show, it's only like a little like 4-episode mini movie thing, mini series or whatever, but it was too good, man.
What's it called?
The English, I believe.
I
think it's called The English.
I haven't heard of it.
It was really good. I need to recheck on that name, but it was super good.
Is it on Netflix?
No.
I
think it was on Prime.
That's right. Well, this show, we know Yellowstone, and then if you know the prequels, 1883, 1923.
Sure.
Obviously, those would be made by the same guy. So this same guy is making all these shows. He also is making Tulsa King. He fucking made this movie called Hell or High Water, which is super fucking good. It's about, you seen it? It's like two brothers, Robin Bass.
I did.
Yeah,
actually,
it's like a country
guy we
kind
like. Yeah, that guy we like, and it's a lot. I can't remember a movie. He's in
Alpha Dog.
Yes, that's the one I was going to say too.
He's the kid's brother.
Yeah, he ends up being the crazy one who
beats everybody up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's
really.
Dude, I like his acting.
Can you believe he made all this shit, bro? He made. I said Tulsa King.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more I'm missing. I swear. Well, the point is, dude, he signed like a 5 TV series deal with Paramount.
Amazing.
$200 million.
That is killer.
I'm watching fucking Tulsa King right now, and it's pretty fire, dude.
I'm trying to tell you, dude, this man's out here flipping scripts.
Have you seen Tulsa King?
No, and I really, really need.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Tulsa King, we're from Oklahoma.
Yeah, right. You better get down there. You know what it is.
I've seen a few places.
Yeah, facts, huh? No, dude, I'm super excited. We got that West Side till we die all the way, but I'm waiting for it to kind of build. I really like to, right now, I'm watching the Wu-Tang Saga thing,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's so good.
I haven't seen it.
It's actually really good. You should check it out. But, so I like to wait. I think, what is there, 4 to 6 episodes out, maybe, of the Tulsa King?
It's like 8.
Yeah, so it's about time for me to get going.
No, that's why I started.
Because I really I was watching that one show, I think it was a Hulu original, The Old Man. And I watched that whole first season of it, and it was super good. But I was waiting every week
I know, right.
on Friday and I got freaking tired of
waiting. We're a generation now. We need it now.
We want it now.
We want it now, motherfuckers.
Right.
We can't wait a week like back in Soprano days.
Facts. But so I just felt like I'd just wait until it, caught up some.
Right.
And I'd watch it.
I feel that.
But back in the day when I did that, when they came out with that Evil Dead season, not enough people were watching it and got canceled. And I was like, man, I should have been watching.
Good too, man.
I was like, I should have been watching this whole time instead of just waiting.
Yeah, did you watch that preview to the new Evil Dead movie?
Super excited about it.
Hope you guys have seen that or heard about it.
That part where she's like, "Mommy, you don't look well."
Yeah, and she's all standing at the fucking peephole, all sick.
And then when she's in the bath and she's like, "Mommy's with the maggots," I was like, "Man, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, guys."
Yeah, I like that.
It makes me want to watch like Army of Darkness,
right?
Because I haven't seen those too much.
too much of the very first one.
No, I've seen the first one.
Yeah,
dude,
over
more
and
times than I can
over
count.
again.
100.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like Up in Smoke.
Yeah,
Cheech and Chong.
yeah, I've
seen
seen,
that.
and it's one of the movies. Like I'm like, you ain't seen Evil Dead? Well, hold on now. You know,
Yeah.
I own that one on Blu-ray. You know, type stuff. That was really good. But yeah, I definitely would. But I think those ones are more like on the comedy side. Honestly.
No, that's what. I think
Yeah,
so too. But I still want to come and watch them.
Yeah, no, to get re-upped on them, definitely. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is like a whole new type of story with the book.
Seems like it.
Yeah, so.
Because it has a mom and kids. So
Right, I don't know if it has any, like...
I bet it's modern day.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like somebody's aunt from one of the last movies, or or just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it always flows together some way.
Yeah,
so
true
I don't
that.
know if it's a whole new story or what, but no, it definitely seems interesting.
Yeah, I agree. So.
Oh well, before we jump off the movies, hold on now. So 2 movies, and I'm really about my movies. So 2 movies that I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out there now that I've seen that I will totally vouch for here recently. That I almost top-notch would rate them is Knives Out. Was super dope.
Yeah, I've seen that
super
one.
liked it, man.
That was good as fuck.
And it was long, and it was like a...
Long, wasn't
yes,
it? Yeah.
it was long, but it was worth it. And it was like a real suspenseful, twisty movie, man.
It was almost like that board game.
Right, yeah, Clue. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. It kept you on the edge of your seat the whole time. And the PI in the movie, the guy who plays James Bond, what he did with his voice in that movie, that little country type old school thing he was doing to it, I could totally dig it. That shit was cool. I liked it. But no, it was super good. Second one is Everywhere or Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I have not seen...
I haven't seen that one.
I mean, there's not very many multiverse type movies, but this shit nailed it
I've
on
seen
the head.
people saying it was better than Doctor Strange.
Right.
Which I haven't seen his either. But...
Well, I watched one of those, not all of them, and it was really good too, though. But no, man, I wouldn't even put them in the same category, honestly.
Well, it's multiverse concepts.
Yeah, well, right, true that, but this one had your hidden tiger, crouching dragon feel at moments, and like some really laughable moments, and some great action.
I gotta watch it. I thought it was in Korean.
No, it's not.
And I was like, man, I don't feel like watching
Right.
a subtitle movie. So
It
I
has
didn't
its
watch it.
moments where you have to read subtitles, but no, dude, I definitely could hella relate with that movie. I feel like moments they were talking about in that movie is pretty funny though. So definitely check it out, folks.
Yeah, and it's I think it's gonna be a big thing in the academies, or it was, or something.
Right. I believe the way they made it look like is they're gonna make maybe chapters of it or make a second one. I hope.
Damn.
Yeah, I hope so at least.
Oh, that was movie talk.
Movie talk.
That was movie talk. Yeah, if nobody caught it, Dana White UFC debut.
Yeah.
About
About to get that title from his wife.
I know. Yeah. That's what I posted that on Facebook. So for anybody missing out on the daily
Scoop.
Yeah, that's right. Go on and check it out.
Yeah, Life and Deatherage on Facebook. Like, subscribe, and share.
That's right. LSS.
But yeah, all jokes aside, do not beat your wife, folks.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, dude, don't
I'm
be
surprised.
doing shit like that.
I'm really
because
surprised.
this guy, he comes out in this interview and he's like, you know what? If you beat women, you can't come back from that.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
his
like,
old interview, because
yeah.
he took that guy, he cut him loose. I don't remember the fighter's name, but he was charged with battery. He cut him loose, but then people were like, "Well, why didn't you?" Because John Jones was charged with battery, I guess.
Right.
And they're like, "Well, why didn't you cut John Jones?"
I didn't know that though.
But now he's seen. But given if you haven't seen the video, she smacked him first.
Thank you. I was just. And if I'm not
Still,
mistaken, hit him first.
He is a big man.
Yeah,
My God.
and then he caught a...
Did you see? He kept going after her.
Right.
Or I don't know if she kept swinging it too.
Right.
They were fighting
Yeah.
up there.
No, dude, I don't know if you know this, but at one time Dana White was going to box Tito Ortiz. They were gonna fight.
Dude, I faintly remember that.
Yeah, and he got pumped up like
was a while
buff for
ago.
it and everything, dude. And he looked good. He looked like he was gonna bust him up.
I wonder if
bro.
he does steroids.
Right? I doubt it. I don't think so. He don't.
Joe
look
Rogan
like he
wouldn't
does.
say that because he knows
No,
he'd lose his job.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that. And I'm sure they're like friends on a certain level.
He seems kind of like an asshole.
Dana.
Yeah.
I think that too. Like,
yeah, bro.
yeah,
Like a fucking
a
just
cocky
a
dick.
stuck up fucking
Mhm.
asshole, man.
Like he's like, I'm president, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like luckily, he didn't even buy the UFC. He came on and got investors and decided
to buy it for him, and
Yeah,
then
and
he
he-
got it from them.
he was gonna run it. He made the
Yeah.
money, bought him out. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, honestly, smart move.
Come up.
Yeah.
That's a come up. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
That's how you hustle your way up to the top, bro.
Yeah, it is impressive. He's just an
Yeah.
asshole.
Right. I mean, to be completely honest, I like him. I don't
Yeah.
like what he did, but I'm just saying,
He's
I
real.
like him. Yeah, he's real,
He's
and I like
honestly, he
him.
seems pretty real.
Yeah, I like him.
And
I'm
maybe that's it.
I'm not gonna say I agree with everything he does or everything he says, but personally, I like him.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
But yeah, I guess they were in I don't know, where the fuck was
And
it?
my dude, they were fucking, doing rich people shit.
Yeah,
Some island,
vacationing,
fucking
like
on a balcony,
Cayman Islands or
bullshitting.
something.
But the thing that so let's for 2 seconds not put eyes on Dana White. Let me just make this point or opinion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now your husband is the freaking president. Okay,
Yeah.
he's not some fighter. He's not some journalist, interviewer guy. He's not, you see what I'm saying. He's the freaking president of UFC, bro. Like, the man of it. And you're going to wait until you're in public and smack your husband when you damn well know
Yeah, I think
that
they're-
he's had a couple of drinks too,
they
and
were
you know how
drunk.
you get with each other. I mean, wait till the damn room to smack him
Yeah.
or something. But I'm just saying, like, you really you put yourself at jeopardy. You put your husband at jeopardy.
Job.
You put your kids at jeopardy. You put your jobs at jeopardy.
Yeah.
You put your house at jeopardy. Your cars at jeopardy. You just put your whole freaking life at stake because you had a couple of drinks and he popped something off. Or, I mean, we don't know I'm just making shit up.
That for sure, because, the story would have blown either way. But let's say Dana didn't smack her back, nothing would be in jeopardy.
Thank you.
So
Thank
if Dana
you.
just took
because
the
you know
smack-
what, if Dana would have got popped in the mouth a good couple of times right there, it would have got recorded. Everybody would have been
they'd
like,
have been on
"Man,
his
she's
side.
horrible."
What a man for not.
Yeah,
fucking-
right. They would have been like, "Man, she's horrible." He wouldn't have pressed charges, and it just would have went on about its day. But now, he might get kicked out of the UFC, man.
I don't think. But
I don't
yeah,
think so
I
neither,
think it is
but-
a slim possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But it goes to show you, I don't really think anybody's untouchable.
yeah, and you always got eyes on you. I'm
Yeah,
like, since he's
especially
rich
in
and
these
famous, they must have been
days'
seeing them
time.
getting real tense, real
Right.
tensed up,
Mhm.
and then fucking.
And I
pull
like
their
that
phone
you
out.
said that because I want to make another point here. And did you see what Waka Flocka came out and said?
I think so, but
Okay,
what,
so
tell
Waka
me.
Flocka, let me just do some backstory on Waka Flocka real quick. Now, he ain't one of the best rappers in the world, folks, and I think we should all know that. He's more like a, you take a couple shots and you want to
hyphy.
yell. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You want to yell while you listen to him type stuff. But this man is freaking smart. He knows how to spend his money. I've watched a couple of his, not spend it, I meant invest it.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of podcast things with him talking, and he's pretty educated,
No, for sure.
just like a 2 Chainz.
I've seen that too.
Yeah, I didn't realize how educated 2 Chainz was until I watched a couple of things. I mean, he's a legit hardcore stoner and has his stoner moments,
No,
but
he
he's
had
still
like
smart.
a 4.0 in
Yeah,
college.
he's hella smart, bro. But so, Waka Flocka came out and had an opinion about
Dana.
no, the
Or-
Migos brothers, or
Oh, I seen that about why you're above a class. You're
Yeah,
in
he's
another
saying
class.
in another he's saying, why are you shooting
Shooting
dice
dice, yeah.
with somebody not in the same tax bracket as you? And I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't remember where you came from, but like it's 2 a.m. and you're shooting dice
No.
out there with a bunch of
It's not good.
criminals.
Yeah.
You know, and you're one of the richest man on the block, and there's criminals
You've
all
got a
around you.
target on you.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not trying to say
And
what
you're
happened.
famous.
Thank you.
I
I'm not
mean-
trying to say what happened isn't sad and that you shouldn't remember where you came from, but like know when it's time to go home, man, or know your place, you know, and things of that sort.
No,
you know?
for sure.
So I was wanting to see what you you pretty much just said it, but Waka Flocka, you know, and I think he got some backlash over it too.
Huh.
But like I agreed with it to
No,
be
I
completely
agree.
honest.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Like man, no way. You
I
know,
mean,
and
obviously it was the wrong choice
why
to
didn't
be
he
out
have,
there shooting dice.
Yeah, why didn't he have bodyguards or a jacket on, man?
And he
should...
even could have, you know,
Yeah.
because there's conspiracies
Well,
saying it was
yeah.
his own people.
Right, that's facts too. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. When you sent me that list of how many people died in that label,
Oh,
shocking.
yeah. I think we're
Shocking.
gonna do an episode about that.
Yeah, folks.
Yeah.
We really should touch down on that because it's like nine. What is it? Like nine people.
They profit
in
more
like 2
off your
years.
death.
Yeah, once you die, they own your royalties to your music, and then they make and then they know that once you die, that everybody's gonna go jamming your stuff for a while.
You're gonna
and
hit
all.
number one if you. Yeah.
Mhm. Facts. So they're just knocking fools off and making bank. It's quite sad, man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, they arrested El Chapo's son in Mexico.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
El Chapo.
He gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
they're both gone actually. El Chapo
Huh.
gone. Yeah.
Man, I'd like to look at pictures of them too and see if they look tough.
Yeah, his son, he don't look like a pussy. That's for sure. Yeah.
and then he's standing there. He's like 4'1".
Yeah,
you know.
You
and
meet
he's
him in
like-
person.
and,
Yeah.
like, he pulls out a machete. It's as tall as him.
Yeah.
I will take you.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
Yeah, no. They always say on the first 48, and I mean, really, any movie, anywhere you hear about the cartel, they're like, you know, the cartel ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true that.
Well, because supposedly the first thing they're like is, hey, Holmes, can I meet your family?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, hey, man, take me to your mother's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to fucking sell coke with you.
I'm trying to get in tight.
Right? I want to meet your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. They arrested this man in 2019. His name's
Now tell me this ain't crazy.
Ovidio Guzman, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully that's pronounced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He was arrested 2019. There was an uproar on the street, which I think it's the Sinaloa cartel or something like that. They must be providing to the people of Mexico. Just the same way like El Chapo was, you know, and what was that other one's name?
Oh.
Yeah, you had another one,
Right.
like El Chapo, and they were given to the people, so that the
Right.
people were on their side.
Yeah, like actually probably looking out better than the government was.
Exactly.
Yeah, giving
So,
them jobs, giving them food.
I'm starting to think that's because you know the streets are in uproar. There's riots. There's people getting hurt, and
Right.
so it's got to be.
Which is so crazy. You know, half the time any of this is happening, I feel like our media don't cover it. Or like, where was it? They were right. Was it? Dude, it was a couple years back. I mean, don't quote me on any of the places I say, but it could have been like Germany, France, or China or someplace. But somebody was starting to riot a whole bunch. And I found out because of like YouTube or some other place, but not because of our news. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and I was like, and then when I was talking to somebody about it, they were like, "Oh, well, you know, our government don't want to tell us that they're rioting in other countries because it might give us an idea."
Right. They pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They probably have an algorithm they run these news stories on to see how people would react to it.
they probably really do, man. They probably really do.
Yeah.
But back to the sun.
Yeah, so Mexico's in an uproar. This happened 4 days ago. I tried to look and see if it's calmed down. I can't get a confirmed answer.
Right.
But they still have him locked up. Like, they let him go, and the president, was like, okay, you're free to go, so that they could stop
Crazy.
the civil unrest. And
Right.
now it's happening. Same thing's happening again.
You would almost think, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, because like you just said, we would almost have to do some more research. But let me tell you what I would do.
Yeah.
If I'm freaking president of Bright Mexico. Huh? What? Yeah.
That button is so funny.
I know, dude. Little John is telling him again.
Wade's a president? What?
Yeah. But, so I'm the president of Mexico, man. Everybody's getting buck wild in my streets over this guy.
Yeah.
That totally is no bueno.
No good.
You know what I mean? Like,
For
and I
probably anybody.
yeah, and I know that he's no bueno, but it's just his gang members acting buck wild, I guess, right? Like, this is what I'm imagining. So, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like, dude, if you don't freaking stop, I'm gonna blow his face off in front of all of you guys.
You can't do that. You know what you do? You know what I do? I would take and go on a whole media campaign saying how bad this motherfucker is. Tell everybody about all the fucking bodies he's chopped up. And just let everybody know that this is not a good man.
Well, because like you're saying, it has to be more than it's the gang members plus the people, not just his.
Because if you resort to violence against violence, I don't know.
Right. Well, no. I know you. I know that part might have looked bad, but look at it like this. What were they fighting over? This
That's what
man.
I mean. Oh, they give. Is they giving
they're
him shit?
fighting over this man, right? So if you take what they're fighting over away, what the hell are you fighting for anymore? Like if you're gonna kill the guy and then be a shitty president,
exactly.
Then that makes no sense.
Providing...
But if I knew that I was going to give them jobs, food, and make it better than this man could ever have been doing out there, then I'm going to get rid of it and then I'm going to make it better.
Yeah. And in reality, what kind of country lets
a drug dealer
their highest
run
known fugitive? They let him go.
Thank you.
Because of civil unrest. I mean, at that point, you appear weak.
Yes.
Imagine if the U.S. did that, bro.
Yes.
We would there would be anarchy. You can guarantee it because we'd be like, dude, a bunch of pussies up in the fucking
we'd
White
roll
House.
up there, and a bunch of civilians would kill him right when he hit foot on the ground. We'd just murder him.
Well,
dude.
unless they like that guy.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, let's say it was some rapist, terrorist type, and America's like, we just got to let him go because people's being crazy. Well, a group of people would roll up there and just go to war with them. You know,
especially if they were a citizen or something.
Yeah,
But I thought that was interesting enough to bring up. That's for sure. Peace upon Mexico.
No, I definitely think it's I mean, the world's definitely getting crazy.
The one part in the process of capturing him, 29 people died trying to capture
29 officers?
Yeah. No, I'm not sure.
Right, but 29 people trying to get.
So I'm assuming there was a shootout.
And now that makes me wonder how many of his people died. So how many casualties did we have total?
Oh, I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
So 29 people died, probably in a shootout, I'm assuming.
Right, you would imagine. But it makes you wonder where do you go from there once you release him? Don't you go back to wherever you started with when you brought him in? Do you see my question here?
Like they release him just to catch him 3 years later?
That's what I mean. Like, I don't get this. Like, unless he's like American Gangster and he's rolling up to the hood and giving out turkeys.
Which I think he is, probably.
Yeah, and then jobs on top of that and fixing the potholes in the road.
Jobs the government can't provide because he has a whole drug industry.
Yeah, man, it needs people to, definitely.
But I seen this shit the other day about Edward Norton talking about how he can trace his family all the way back to Pocahontas.
No, ain't that something?
Pocahontas is like his great aunt or grandmother or some shit.
Ain't that something?
Wild. And it's cool to think that the real Pocahontas was real, but that the story that they tell in the Disney version is bullshit. It's completely different, apparently.
Yeah, I know, because You know me, I don't even know the damn Pocahontas story then. I mean, because if you hit me with the Pocahontas story, I mean, that's the only Pocahontas story that...
Like,
I mean, I don't remember a history lesson in school about Pocahontas, is I guess what I'm
totally
trying to say.
forget what it was, but something maybe like...
Like, it wasn't
the guy
good.
she got with
They
wasn't...
kidnapped her and raped her or something bad,
and then I don't even think the guy she ended up getting with was a white dude. I think it was like another Native American.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah, don't
sure.
quote any of us on this, but yeah.
But, and if anybody's ever seen that episode of Atlanta where they make everybody that ever, if their family ever owned slaves, like their ancestors, they made them pay tax.
That episode was crazy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It was like season 3 where they did the different
Yeah, no, I remember the exact episode you're talking about. Yeah,
good,
it was
pretty
a
good.
crazy
It was
episode.
a mind boggler. It made you think.
It
you know?
really did.
So that's immediately what that reminded me of, because the other part of this Edward Norton story was that he also traced his roots to ancestors that had owned slaves.
Right.
I'm like, if it was me, you better pay me, boy.
Right. Oh, you're right. Well, yeah, I guess, but that episode...
I don't know. He's super rich, too. So.
Yeah, right.
But no, that episode was wild, and I was like, man, did he see that?
Right.
I wonder.
I wonder what made him want... He was probably just trying to make his family tree. I mean, I would love to build our family tree one day, just to... recreate the Deatherage book, you know, like of all of our known
Life in
relatives.
Deatherage.
Yeah, straight up. But no, that episode tripped me out because, you know, just because my ancestors fucked up didn't mean I did, you know, or
I agree, 100%.
Just because they were racist doesn't make me racist, or just because somebody in my blood made a mistake doesn't mean I should have to fall for it.
I couldn't see, man, even if I lived back then, just hating like that.
Somebody that much.
How could you do that?
That didn't do something to me.
Like, because now I don't hate nothing. I don't hate anybody, and I just
No.
couldn't see. Like, I don't see it. I don't know.
I don't either, you know.
I don't know.
I'm just more about the peace and love, man.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
until you start poking the bear, I mean, and then I'll headbutt you, but still.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that. You made me.
Yeah. Now you're bleeding.
Yeah, look at you. Gosh.
Well,
For real.
we cut it up good today. I think we're running a little low on time.
You know what it is, folks.
We kind of was a little late with this one,
Yeah,
but we're getting to it. You know what it is.
You know, we're trying to juggle life and Deatherage.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh man,
we're gonna put that on a shirt. So.
That was great. Oh shit. Well, all right, folks. Better tune in next time and you motherfucking like, share, and subscribe.
That's right. Hope you enjoyed.
Yes, sir.